is the General Fund Medium-Term Financial Plan and Efficiency Statement. This report updates the Cabinet on the updated Medium-Term Financial Plan, known as the MTFP and Efficiency Statement, which would form the basis of the submission to Central Government in relation to the 4-year financial settlement offer from Central Government if approved. I say offer in inverted commas there. The details of the 4-year funding offer from Central Government are shown at section 3.3 and show clearly the reduction in revenue support grant. And this is shown with the Government's calculation of our business rates baseline, which is the funding the Government consider we need from business rates. This shows dramatic ongoing reductions in core government funding of 43% between 2015-16 and 2019-20. The central funding offer relates mainly to revenue support grant funding, which is due to end in 2018-19, with no further revenue support grant in 2019-20. With this multiple year funding offer from government, whilst it will prove very challenging and may have significant impact on our services, the latest indications from central government are that no alternative multi-year offer will be made during the course of the Parliament, and if authorities choose not to accept the offer, they may be subject to additional reductions depending on the fiscal climate at the time. If this Council wishes to accept the multi-year funding offer, they must apply to do so by submitting a suitable medium-term financial plan and efficiency statement by the 14th of October to DCLG. The medium-term financial plan was last reported to Cabinet and Council as part of the budget report in February 2016. The 3-year plan covering the period 2017-18 to 2019-20 has recently been updated based on the most up-to-date financial information available, including the funding offer from central government. The high-level MTFP is shown at section 3.11 of the report, and the efficiency statements are shown at Appendix A, and the recommendations are set out at section 2. So the only speaker I have on this is Councillor Kandaka.
Thank you, Chair. The government's been horrendously unfair on certain authorities like this one in the level of funding it's going to continue to provide. It is clearly ridiculous that so much money goes into affluent areas and so little money goes into areas like Nuneaton and Bedworth. That said, this council isn't the most efficient organisation in the world. It has been spending 10 years to develop a borough plan, which is going absolutely nowhere. It is failing to increase the amount of business rates by increasing the amount of business in town. It's letting the towns, both Nuneaton and Bedworth, really shut down. And there is so much we could be doing to be more efficient. The building just behind you, Chair, was going to be sold. Oh, marvellous, just before election. We've got loads of people lined up. Nothing's happened about that. Loads of things just stall. Even trivial things like the 2 rotting shops at the top of Queen's Road that the council still owns. They're still rotting. You haven't got round to selling them. And we see lots of money going into pet projects and lots of money being wasted by not doing basic maintenance. This council is going to have a hard couple of years. It is going to have to get the Civic Hall working more efficiently and hopefully use the internet better. It is going to have to look at waste collections, because to have 6 waste authorities in Warwickshire is clearly balmy, and it's a sort of area where, yeah, it's a low-hanging fruit, but it's also a sacred cow. This authority has always been keen to keep the sovereignty of its bin collections. People want their bins collected, not excuses, and actually we can have a better bin collection service if we actually work together better. We have serious cuts, but I also hope we actually have serious opportunities, and I hope the council is going to work on this better. At the County Council, over the next 5 months, we will be discussing the £60-odd million of cuts there. All of us. At the Borough Council, things get discussed 4 PM on a Wednesday at Cabinet, and then go to full council in February. We do not use the best of all our ideas. What we do is we get the Cabinet's ideas imposed on us, and we do not properly debate what we can do in future. And that way you don't get my great ideas, you don't get my silly ideas, because it is a dictatorship as far as the medium-term financial plan is concerned. We seriously need to act better, and we do that by sharing good ideas. Thank you, Chair.
Are there any questions to Councillor Clondalkin? Thank you. Well, first of all, getting back to what this report is actually about, it is about an offer, and that's why it's in inverted commas, from the government in relation to applying for this reduced grant, as opposed to the possibility, and I think it's a strong possibility, that people who don't apply could have even more cuts made on them. So we're accepting less and less on the basis that the disaster could be even worse if we don't. Not much of an offer really, is it? But that's really what it's for. And I believe this council has been extremely efficient and compared to other councils, with officers and members working together. We have not wasted money in terms of what we have done in the reduced funding. We have had a 53% cut from central government funding. 53%. Well, other authorities have cut 53%, while people at the top continue to live the high life. And I don't have to go very far in this county to find that. That has not been the case here. We have kept the services. We don't know about the high life because we don't go to these places that other people go. We don't pay our officers outrageous amounts of money. We don't plan luxury accommodation for leaders and chief executives and so on at the ratepayers' expense. We look at what is important to the people of Nuneaton and Bedworth, and that is their services. So we have continued to have what is probably the best refuse collection in Warwickshire. And we don't want to go to the lower collections that other people have. We want the best to continue. We want the best. Look at the entrance signs to Nuneaton and Bedworth, and you see on every one where we have won an award, a national award for something in this borough, when it is one of the most deprived, it's certainly the most deprived in Warwickshire, and it's one of the most deprived in the Midlands, if not the country. And yet we have managed to do it by not wasting money. We have kept our promises to people in terms of what we do with their money. 13% of the council tax, and we still provide the highest level of service in the county, if not in the Midlands. So when we go to other authorities and we see they've closed the swimming pools, they've closed the libraries, they've finished funding things for elderly people, they've closed many things for children, look at Nuneaton and Bedworth and see what we've stopped and what we've funded less, and you will find it is very little. But we are now in a position where we are placed in a very, very difficult position in the next 2 years. So we are being forced to accept further cuts to avoid what in effect would be a disaster for us. And I would recommend that we go along with this, however unpalatable it is. Any other member?
I was going to, but you still on the thumbs.
I'm sorry.
I won't be alive by the time it's sorted out.
But I will promise, Councillor Arlington, we will build some new council halls. Even if I have to have a collection. Right. So we've got it in, the report in front of us. Are we agreeing? I'm obviously happy, but we're agreeing to apply for this. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. There are no recommendations from. No.